Hi family, welcome back to another video. I am Emily, otherwise known as Shamanism. You can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. Welcome if you're brand new here, and welcome back if you're an OG. Thank you for being here. So today I finally get around to updating you guys on the day I had the other day before my little panic attack incident. And I don't know if it's silly to talk about or not. Like I had said initially in the start of this vlog project was that this is to chronicle my wins as much as my not so much wins. And although this might not seem like a win to maybe everyone, it was a win for me, and it was a really, to be honest with you, just a really poignant moment in my life, which I've had many. And this one was quite unexpected, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so as you may know, if you're not new here, that I volunteer at a shelter. And the other day when I was there, I got the, well, some of you have known, I've just started there recently. So the way it works is you kind of work your way up the hierarchy, if you will. So, you know, you start with doing tasks like cleaning and doing laundry and, you know, maybe cleaning the glass around there and doing things that need doing, or like taking out the trash, mopping the floors, normal stuff. And then, you know, if you're someone like me and you're interested in more working with the dogs and cats and kind of taking care of the animals more, then you are like trained to work with the dogs. So finally, I say finally, it hasn't really been that long or anything, honestly, that I've been, you know, around these folks. So anyways, I was trained the other day to work with the dogs a little bit finally. So now I get the privilege of taking some of the doggos out on walks. So the little story that I wanted to tell about the shelter experience and why, sincerely, if you have any kind of a calling to work with animals in a shelter situation, if you have any desire whatsoever, I fully believe now that I've done this, that you should so go for it. Just don't even wait and just go for it, because it's been one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life volunteering. Not working, sorry. It's not work for me. It's fun for me because I get to help out. I've probably said this before. I get to help out the people who are directly helping the animals. And now I get to actually take part in sitting sort of for a little bit of time with some of these dogs, because I get to take them out for a walk and then I get like a little bit of interaction with them. So that was really exciting. So the story I wanted to tell was about this doggo that I got to meet the other day. I presume they started me off with her because she's very chill, you know, compared to some of the other ones who are, honestly, in my opinion, all of the dogs that we have at the shelter right now are quite mellow, considering the fact that where they are. You know, if you look at humans, we're wild. We react crazily to things. And considering their circumstances, I think all of the doggos and cats and everybody is doing really well. So anyway, it's raining this day, and so I get to meet this doggo named Dora, which, can we just talk about how cute that is and how fitting and how perfect that is for me? If you know me intimately in my personal life, you know why Dora the Explorer and the whole Dora thing from Finding Nemo is just so unbelievably perfect for me. For the longest time, it was my motto, the whole just keep swimming thing, and it really was, not to make like a cheeky water joke, but it really was how I kept my head above water. Anyway, jokes aside, although that wasn't really a joke, it did help. So this doggo's name was Dora. So amazing thing number one was she was one of the most beautiful dogs I have ever seen. Don't ask me what breed, because I am not one of those people who knows dog breeds well. Oh my goodness, though. She is one of the most beautiful dogs I've ever seen. I have no idea what her mix of things is, but she kind of looks like a freaking tiger. I've never seen the coloring fur that she has ever in a dog, only ever like in a cat. It's this like it's a deeper orange. This is more of really kind of a gold, but it's like a deep orange. I have nothing to compare it to back here either, really. This is all sort of red. She has this like beautiful deep orange color, and then she has these black stripes kind of like all over her like a tiger. She's unbelievably gorgeous, but she's a doggo and she's so cute. And I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, a few years back now, maybe 4, I lost my doggo, who was a shelter doggo, who I loved so much, and her name was Rosie. And so it's easy for me to get attached. Anyway, back to the story. So I was being trained to work with a doggo, so I was gonna say they didn't give her to me. I was, trained on this doggo, whatever, Dora. And so because it was pouring rain that day, it's kind of funny. We took her out to see hey, do you want to go outside? And she was she saw the rain, took one look and was like, nope, 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 not doing that. So we were like, okay. He's like, well, so why don't you just hang out and spend some time with her in this visiting room? So I'm like, cool, this sounds perfect to me. I haven't cuddled doggos or, gotten to be around a doggo since I lost mine, honestly. And it's a hole in my heart that's part of the reason I started volunteering in the first place. So anyway, we sit down in this room and he's like, here you go, here's a toy, she might want to play with that, whatever. This doggo, I am not kidding, and this both had sort of a bittersweet effect on me because I didn't know whether to be just completely melted and warmed my heart or feel a little bit sad. I kind of felt both. All of this beautiful little doggo wanted to do, she did not want to chase her toy, she wasn't interested in treats or anything. She only wanted to sit, and this is where, Rocky, if you ever see this video, I know you'll appreciate this, but she basically only wanted to self-scoop. She literally just wanted to sit in my lap. And if you're familiar with doggos, sometimes you're trying to try to rile them up and get them to play with a toy or something, go get it, go get it, kind of like you would I don't know, a kid or something. That doesn't even sound right, but anyway. So I was trying to kind of gently toss her because, these are shelter animals. I don't want to scare her or anything. So I'm trying to get her to be a little bit react. She was like a boomerang. She would just come around and then come back to me nope, I just want to be in your lap, and was just leaning up against me. So I was just sitting there giving her the little compression squeeze, and it was so sweet. Anyway, so that was a little story that I wanted to share because guys, it's so easy to think that we just don't matter in this world. And so if you happen to have ever felt that way in your life, which I think most of us have at some point in our lives, we've felt worthless or what is the actual value of my freaking life? And I can tell you, there are two reasons why you are important. One is that you are a one of one. You are a one of one, period. No one else in any timeline or any dimension, anywhere ever, will ever, let this marinate, will ever be you in your exact specific incarnation right now. Never again. You're one of one. So if you want to look at it in kind of an interesting sonic way, as you may know about me, I'm also a musician. I play a lot of different instruments. I was trained professionally on the flute. And so I played in an orchestra. Now, I'd like to invite you to think of the world as a humongous freaking orchestra that's playing all the time. And I know it might sound ridiculous. This is believe it or not, if everyone was in the field of love, if you can call it that, this whole world would be a big harmonic chord, if you want to look at it that. And thus, the world needs you, because if your one sound drops out, things sound dissonant. The world's song isn't the world's song. And I know that's kind of big and meta, but really, you guys are so important, and don't overlook yourself. And the other reason I wanted to bring that up here is just because don't overlook the power that you might have. And when I say power, I don't mean in some grandiose, I am God and everybody is below me. I mean the power that you really do have within you to give compassion and love to another being, be that an animal or a person or whatever. Like I have said in previous videos, whether that's someone homeless or whether that's just an animal that needs your love and attention, wild, or whether that's a shelter animal or kids, who knows? I don't know, whatever. So I wanted to remind you that you have more power than you think. And I know that can kind of be something that is almost being oversaid nowadays, but really all the power is inside you. And you have a lot of power to shift I don't know how else to say it. I can't think of a more elegant way to say it. I kind of wish I had one. The feeling that I felt sitting with that dog was for the first time in my life, I felt oh my goodness, there's some reason that I'm here on earth. And I know that, again, sounds very over dramatic. There have been many times in my life where even very, very recently, where I was do I even have a purpose? Can I really even affect? My life just felt as though it was reflecting back to me something that I didn't really feel inside, and I was kind of confused about that. And what I want to just share is that the love that I felt, the appreciation of me just sitting there with her, holding her for, you know, whatever it was, 15 minutes, half an hour. It was so sweet, guys. She literally just wanted the longest hug, and then she wanted me to take her out for a little bit of fresh air, and like it was the nicest experience, guys. So please don't overlook like yourself, the power of yourself and your own energy. You really can affect other beings in a positive way. Yes, even you, whoever you may be here. Hi, hello. Thank you. Oh, before I forget, the other thing I wanted to share about the day that was crazy bananas insane, and I will insert footage after I share about it really quickly, was that later on in the day when I came back from the shelter, I was coming back from the store with my father, and we saw the most insane double rainbow. I know that now I'm about to be cliched for the double rainbow all across the sky, oh my God thing, but we saw the most insane double rainbow that I have ever seen. And please trust me when I say that the footage that you're about to see here inserted by me is not only brief and hilarious because my dad was swearing because he was so like, oh my God, that you can chuckle and enjoy that. But it genuinely was the most incredible rainbow I've ever seen. It, guys, I don't know how to describe this. Oh, what I was going to say was that the video footage you're going to see for a few seconds doesn't even nearly do justice to how incredible it was in real life. That being said, if I can just try to paint you a brief picture of this, I don't know if y'all have ever seen a rainbow like this in your whole life. I know I never have. This sucker, the conditions must have been so perfect with the weather, having just like poured down rain with the sunlight and whatever, because not only was the rainbow full on both sides of like the land in the sky, like a full rainbow, like from side to side across the land in front of us, but it was double, and I don't know how to explain this, but if you've ever seen a hologram, you understand what it's like. It literally looked like the rainbow had been holographically projected down onto the road in front of us, like tangibly, like there would be a pot of gold. You'd expect it. I don't know how else to explain it. It was unbelievable. So when you hear my dad losing his mind in this clip, you know, enjoy this swearing. It's very funny. Holy mackerel.
This is the backup one, the second one. Yeah, look, it's coming down to the road. Holy shit.
If you've been with me for this long, thank you for listening to the waffle. That was the update I wanted to share. If you guys have any urge to volunteer at shelters and things, my goodness, do it. There is absolutely no better feeling in the world than giving back to your fellow beings, seriously, with love and kindness. So speaking of, thank you so much for enduring these 13 minutes with me. I hope you had a nice, relaxing time, maybe a chuckle, and perhaps that this has inspired you to, number one, value yourself, and perhaps number two, to volunteer somewhere and give back. Because even if you think you don't have that in you, you absolutely do. You, whoever you are, beautiful soul, are one of one. One of one. That is non-negotiable. That no one can say otherwise because it's the truth. And a quick reminder, if you want to work with me, get coaching, or anything else that I have to offer, you can check out the link down below and it will get you in touch with me. There's an email. Feel free to reach out about pretty much anything. And yes, if you want coaching, see if I have something available, and I'd be happy to make your acquaintance and see what I can do to help you. I also have a free ebook, which I keep forgetting to put in the description, so perhaps this time I will put it down there, which pertains to health and well-being. So have a beautiful rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in. Namaste, much love, and I will see you, beautiful cats, in the next video. Bye. But anyway, but this, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. This one was not, but if you've made it this far, I will have a beautiful day.
Holy shit.
Here. but thank you for being. Have a beautiful rest of your day or night.